Hey everybody, how you doing? I love you. Another beautiful day. Today's video, you can see in the title, how to use negative, how to use, I don't know what I'm gonna call it yet, negativity, negative emotions, how to use negativity properly, to your advantage, okay? There's something to be said about how much a negative emotion, whether that's anxiety, anger, sadness, fear, judgment, worry, all those things. It's amazing how they really just take all of your energy, take all your focus. They really, life could be totally great. You could have be having the best day ever, but you just spill your brand new thing of tea and the glass breaks everywhere, and you're not thinking about anything except how freaking pissed off you are. You just bought that thing. It's all over the floor, and I gotta clean up, and I gotta get to this. It just totally takes over. Totally takes over. There's something within that. There's something to find there. What is it? Well, it's the opportunity, okay? No matter what you're feeling, and it's okay to feel them. That's really, really important to tell yourself. So important. Some people, being vulnerable is the greatest strength. There's a TED Talk. Just type in TED Talk vulnerability. This woman does a great talk about that. But it's really the most powerful. We're so entrained to think that we should be, like a hair on my face. We're so entrained to think, okay, to think that we should be embarrassed to feel how we're feeling, and that it's weak to just feel sad about something if you feel sad, or to express your emotions. It's okay, just totally feel it, but no, especially when we can all agree that it doesn't feel good to not feel how you would prefer to feel. Okay? Everyone can agree with that. It doesn't feel good to not feel good. So what is that doing for you? Well, it's throwing you off guard. It's really, if you're just having a great day and just going through your day, you never really stop and you're never thrown off course. Sure, you might stop and just be really grateful, as most of you would, because you're just amazing people. But even so, you're just going to keep going and doing your day. There's nothing to change. Everything's fine. But if you're feeling a way you don't prefer, that's a big, 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 big sign that there's something to do differently, something to change, something to do differently, whether it's just to do your perspective differently or to do your actions differently. Okay? Um, and a really, really big thing. Well, wait, I'll do that part after. Okay. So what's the point? I would suggest, you don't need to, I would suggest you start training yourself, reminding yourself that when you are feeling something you don't prefer, whether you're pissed off in traffic, whether you're sad about a relationship, whether you're anxious about money stuff, whether you're complaining just about all the crappy stuff happening, okay, and just feeling the way you don't prefer. Complaining is such a terrible feeling, if you really stop and instead of being distracted by the complaining, and you actually feel how you're feeling while you're complaining, bleh, just ugly. But it's okay. Feel that. Feel it and let it go through and write it down. Write down what you're feeling about so you can see or talk to somebody. It's so important to do stuff externally that's happening internally sometimes, because you get to, if you're complaining about something, you start writing it down, you're like, wait, this is kind of silly. Like, I'm writing it down, I'm reading what I'm writing, and that's actually kind of dumb. Like, it's not really a big deal. Like, it's going to be fine in a week. I just got to be patient. It's great to do things externally because you get to see yourself. Like, just like when you might hear someone else complaining, and while they're saying it, you can think of all the reasons why it's kind of silly, and they should just change their perspective a little bit and calm down. But how often do you do that to yourself? Probably not as often, because you're distracted by the negative emotion, and that's the whole point. It distracts you because it's so powerful, because it's here to be a reminder. It's here to grab your attention. So here's the trick. Let it grab your attention and start training yourself, programming your mind to know that negative emotions are a reminder to choose. It's a reminder to choose. We're so programmed to not actually think that we can choose. Like, I'm going to lift my hand right now. I'm choosing to do this. This is very symbolic of, and sure, the whole free will thing, who cares? It seems like we have free will, so let's just go with that, okay? I'm choosing to do this. All right? Now with my other hand, I'm choosing to do this. That's symbolic. I could choose to get up and work really hard today. I could choose to eat the best food available for me today. I could choose to breathe really deep, no matter what I'm going through. I can choose. You can choose that. We just get so distracted. I'm gonna do this again because it's really fun. You can say the word. Okay, let's not do the pineapple thing anymore. Say this in your head, okay? Please, if you choose to practice. I am empowered by everything. Now say it in your head. You know how you have those thoughts in your head? You can choose what they are. Say it in your head. I am empowered by everything. And guess what? You can choose the dynamic of how it's said. You can yell it. Okay? Yell it in your head. Like, I am empowered by everything. You can do it. Now whisper like a little cute little fairy or something. Okay? You can do that. Isn't that incredible? Now why isn't your whole day just comprised of what you actually choose you want to do? Because you have preferences. You know, you've learned enough to know like, oh, this feels good. I like doing this. I want to eat this way. I want to have these kind of friends. I want to live my life this way. Well, you would do it pretty damn good if you were always choosing what you want to think. So it takes practice. Your thinker is a muscle, and you got to practice it. And yes, it'll get sore, and that's good. That's a good sign that you're stretching your boundaries. Okay. So I'm going to end with this though, because this is a big thing, and I notice it in a lot of people. I've noticed it in myself. But when you're in the middle of an emotion, negativity, or if you're in an argument, this is a better example, or you're with someone, or even with yourself, and you're feeling what you don't prefer, you're angry, you're sad, but then when you have the realization, you'd be like, oh wow, I remember Mahanomi said, I'm super pissed, but I remember him saying, well, now I can choose, like, what do I want to change then? If I'm pissed about something, what am I going to change? Am I going to do something different, or am I going to think different? And once you start thinking, you still might be feeling angry and talking angry or being in the argument, but the moment you remember that you can choose differently, sometimes people are afraid to change because it's embarrassing. I've talked to people about this. It's like because it's so we're not used to. For instance, if you're in an argument, and then you get the realization, wait, oh, I'm being really pissed off, and I'm in this argument, and I'm thinking in my head, okay, I have a choice. I can calm down right now if I really wanted to. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna calm down now. I just realized I was yelling and stuff and being really angry. I understand why I'm angry, but I'm just gonna be different now. See, that's hard for people to do because it's kind of weird. We're not used to that yet as a society. Maybe not as living in Southern California, Los Angeles and stuff. The people, we're not quite used to that. It's almost weird. If you were in a super argument with someone or yelling with someone and all of a sudden they go, whoa, hey, I'm going to stop yelling because I just thought in my head differently about the situation. I realize, it's not really good for me to feel the stress. I understand why I'm feeling the stress and we can keep talking about that, but I'm going to calm down. So it's a tricky thing. So I want to invite you. Let's recap the video, okay? Negative emotions feel so crappy and take your attention for a reason because you're supposed to start training yourself to use those use that pulling energy of taking your focus. Here's the negativity takes your focus, but what does it say on the cover of the negativity? It says, hey, thanks for focusing. Now you can make a choice. What are you going to choose? How are you going to act differently from now, okay? And then it's okay. It's okay to feel the emotion because you're using the emotion as a tool to evolve. And when you make the choice to change, it's okay. Try it. It'll be real. You're going to feel really good. Next time you're in an argument or feeling the way you feel, it's okay to feel that way. Choose to be different. Choose to calm down. Feeling stress and anger and sadness to a certain degree is actually unhealthy for your body. So you can choose to change. It's okay. And just try it out. It's good practice. I love you guys so much. This practice has completely changed my life. Yes, I still get into arguments. Yes, I'll still start yelling, but for a lot less time, and they happen a lot less often. And just negative emotions in general. They basically, for me, they last as long as they need to last for me to understand the fact that wow, this is the choice I made or how I'm perceiving this affects me in this way. And sometimes that's only for 30 seconds, I'll be like, gosh, I'll be really pissed about something. And I'm like, oh, whoa, I'm really pissed about this thing. Oh, okay, cool, awesome. Thanks for that reminder. Let's write stuff down. What am I going to do about it? You can get to that point, and I think that's a good place to be. It's a good place to be. You're in a good place to be. I love you guys so much. Find me on Facebook and stuff. Let's be friends online. I love you. Have a wonderful day. Just feel it and choose. You can choose.